Welcome back to Golden Blue Dude, everybody. And hey, if you like what you see, consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Or even if you don't like what you see and you want to tell me what I did wrong, that works too. Anyways, today I want to talk about how the conferences are doing in the bowl season. This is not me saying which conference is the best, and it's not that. It's who's done the best during bowl season. So I'm going to go from first to dead last. Coming in first place, and this surprised the heck out of me, the Mountain West. They finished the bowl season 5 wins and just 1 loss. The winners for the Mountain West: Fresno State, Utah State, San Diego State, Wyoming, and Air Force. The only loser, Nevada. So the Mountain West had a great bowl season. There was actually a tie for second place. The first conference is the Sun Belt. Finished the bowl season 3-1. The winners, Coastal Carolina, Louisiana, Georgia State, and surprisingly, the only loser for the Sun Belt was Appalachian State. I had Appalachian State beating Western Kentucky. That didn't happen, so they're the only loser of the Sun Belt. Tied with them in second place, the AAC, also 3-1. The 3 winners, Tulsa, UCF, and Houston. The only loser, we all know it, Cincinnati. The AAC really wanted that win. They didn't get it. Still had a decent bowl season. Coming in at number 4, the Big Ten, 6-4 bowl record. Here are the winners: Minnesota, Purdue, Maryland, Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Ohio State. The 4 losers, Michigan, Rutgers, Iowa, and Penn State. Not a bad bowl season for the Big Ten. Coming in 5th place, the Big 12. Their bowl record, 4-2. The 4 winners, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and Baylor. The 2 losers, my team, West Virginia, and Iowa State. Still, not a bad bowl season for the Big 12. Now we're on to 6th place, and that's going to be the Independents. They went 2-2. The 2 winners, Liberty and Army. The 2 losers, BYU and Notre Dame. If somebody would have told me that the Independents went 2-2, I would have guessed the other way. I would have said BYU and Notre Dame won their games and Army and Liberty lost. Nope, complete opposite. So, a so-so bowl season for the Independents. Coming in at number 7, the SEC. Not a great bowl season, 5-6. Well, there's one more bowl game, so that record could either finish 6-6 or 5-7. But as of right now, they're 5-6, and they're in 7th place. The 5 winners: South Carolina, Kentucky, Alabama, Georgia, and Arkansas. The 6 losers: Missouri, Florida, Auburn, Mississippi State, Tennessee, and Ole Miss. So not a great bowl season, but if LSU beats Kansas State tomorrow, they could at least finish 500. There's actually a 2-way tie for 8th place. The first conference in 8th place is the MAC. They did not have a good bowl season, 3-5 altogether. The winners: Miami of Ohio, Central Michigan, and Western Michigan. The losers: Toledo, Northern Illinois, and then the only Compass Michigan that lost, and that was Eastern Michigan, Kent State, and Ball State. You gotta do better than that, MAC. Tied with the MAC in 8th place is actually Conference USA. They also went 3-5. Their 3 winners: Middle Tennessee, UAB beating a great BYU team, so that was a much-needed great win for Conference USA, and Western Kentucky, who upset Appalachian State. Another good bowl win for Conference USA, but they do have 5 losers. Marshall, that always puts a smile on my face. UTEP, Old Dominion, UTSA, and North Texas. In 10th place, but not dead last like they were last year, the ACC. Their bowl record was 2-4, only 2 wins, and that was Clemson and Wake Forest. Their 4 losses: Louisville, Virginia Tech, Pitt, and North Carolina. The ACC not looking good in bowl season again, but better than last year. And finally, dead last, worst of the worst, didn't win a single bowl game, and that's the Pac-12. They went 0-5. No winners, and here are the losers: Oregon State, Oregon, Arizona State, Washington State, and Utah. So to recap, first place, Mountain West, 5-1. Tied in second place, the Sun Belt and the AAC, both 3-1. 4th place, the Big Ten, 6-4. There is another bowl on the 4th. So that record will either go to 7-4 or 6-5. 5th place, the Big 12, 4-2. 6th place, the Independents. They finished an even 2-2. 7th place, the SEC, 5-6 for now. They got one more bowl game. They could finish at 500 or 5-7. So their ranking could fluctuate just a little bit. We did have a tie for 8th place, and that's the MAC and Conference USA. Both conferences went 3-5. And then, of course, 10th place was the ACC. They went 2-4. And then last place, the Pac-12, 0-5. So it's safe to say, based on the regular season and bowl season, the Pac-12 still the worst Power 5 conference. And you'll wonder why you can't make the playoffs. It's because you're the worst Power 5. There is no dominant team in the Pac-12, and you need that. Let's be honest. A conference needs a dominant team to make the playoffs. Look at the ACC. Clemson was dominating the ACC for 6 straight years, made the playoffs for 6 straight years. They had a down year this year. What happened? The ACC missed the playoffs. So that's what you're missing, Pac-12. You need a dominant team. You need to get it figured out because right now, you're the worst conference in the Power 5 conferences. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.